2019 is upon us and there are lots of big massive films coming out this year. I say that every year, but 2019 especially, there are some big heavy hitters coming out that I'm really excited for. So yeah, these are my most anticipated films of 2019, and as always, I'm not ranking these in terms of most to least anticipated, I'm just listing them off all in order of release dates. Kicking it off on February the 1st, we have How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World. I've only seen the first How to Train Your Dragon and I really enjoyed that film. I'm going to see the second one before number 3 comes out, obviously, and I hear amazing things about number 2. But the trailer for How to Train Your Dragon 3, I saw for the first time on the big screen in the cinema, and I got chills from the trailer. That surprised the hell out of me, considering that I haven't seen the second one yet, but the trailer for the third one just looks really good. I love the song, the Fly on Your Own theme, it sounds really epic, really exciting, and the film looks spectacular. I'm looking forward to it. Keeping it in the animated realm, next up is the Lego Movie 2. The first Lego Movie in 2014 was a massive surprise. Nobody expected that film to be as great as it was. Lego Batman was awesome. I still haven't seen Lego Ninjago yet, but I've heard things about that, so I don't even know if I'm going to bother seeing that. But Lego Movie 2, it looks like the imagination of a child brought to life in animated form. Kind of like that opening sequence of Toy Story 3 where Andy's playing with the toys, but they show it in like an action sequence. That's what the Lego Movie 2 looks like to me. Just a childhood imagination brought to life in the form of a wacky animated adventure, and I can't wait, it looks awesome. March 8th brings us the next film in the Marvel Cinematic Universe with Captain Marvel, and that right there is your main reason why I'm looking forward to it. Plus it's the last film in the MCU before another film that I may or may not mention later on in this video. And plus, it's a new hero. It's a new superhero still being introduced in the MCU. I'm always down for a new hero. I'm always down for a new origin story. And from the trailer, it looks like it's going to be a non-traditional origin story, at least not conventionally told like all the other superheroes. I'm interested in Captain Marvel as a character. People criticizing Brie Larson's performance from the trailer. Just stop, wait to see the film before you judge it, please, thanks. But the film looks good, I'm looking forward to it. The trailers haven't blown me away that much, but it's Marvel, and I trust Kevin Feige, and I trust Marvel Studios. This next film has only just been put on my radar because of a recent trailer that came out, and that is Us, the new film from Jordan Peele. I really enjoyed Get Out, so I'm going to look forward to his next films that he does now because it's a fresh voice behind the camera. And this film, Us, looks creepy and it looks weird, but it looks interesting. You know, they're fighting the doppelganger versions of themselves. I liked the weird horror version of the I Got 5 on it in the trailer. That was kind of cool. So yeah, I'm interested in this film. I hope it's good, I hope it's creepy, I hope we get some good mythology with the whole doppelganger stuff. It looks like it could be a bloody fun time. On the 29th of March, Disney releases their next live action film adaptation, and that's Dumbo. In fact, for this one, I'm going to put Dumbo, Aladdin and Lion King together in one because I'm looking forward to all three films for pretty much the same reason, and that's that they're the next Disney live action films. And I know pitchforks and torches for this next bit, but I have not seen the original Dumbo, or the original Aladdin, or the original Lion King. I know, I hate myself because of that. So I'm looking forward to these films right now, basically as the next live action Disney films. I'm going to see the originals before I see these films to get, you know, context and get an idea of the story and see how these new versions measure up to the original versions. But yeah, just put them all together in this one bit here because it's all the same reason. But that Lion King trailer was pretty awesome. I'm looking forward to that the most out of those three, mainly because of Jon Favreau. He did the Jungle Book, he did a great job there, so let's see how he does with the Lion King. April 15th sees the next film in the DCEU, or the Worlds of DC, or whatever the hell it's called, and that is Shazam. Now, had Aquaman failed and been a really terrible film, I don't think I'd be looking forward to Shazam all that much, but because I had a fun time with Aquaman, I'm looking forward to Shazam. I like how they're approaching Shazam because he's a kid in a superhero body, he goes Shazam and, you know, becomes Shazam. And he's still a kid inside a superhero body, so I'm looking forward to that aspect being played out. It looks like they're just going to take this and have just a fun time with it, and that's why I'm looking forward to it. The trailer was good, looking forward to the next trailer, and I'm hoping Shazam turns out to be a fun time. And hopefully, if Shazam is a fun time, this could be a new course correction for Warner Brothers and DC, because I enjoyed Aquaman. If Shazam can be a fun film, we might be on the good road to a good DC Cinematic Universe, so fingers crossed. April 26th is kind of a quiet weekend in 2019. There's a little film coming out that's not on a lot of people's radar. It's a film called Avengers Endgame. I don't know if anybody's heard of it or anything, but it's a superhero film. I think those are popular nowadays, right? And it's going to have a lot of superheroes in it, obviously. And I'm going to stop the sarcasm right now, but yeah, Avengers Endgame. Yeah. I mean, I'm not doing a ranking video like I said, but my number one most anticipated film of the entire 2019 is Avengers Endgame. No question. I mean, after Infinity War was my number one most anticipated of 2018, my number one film of 2018 overall. Maybe the same thing's going to happen with Avengers Endgame, and some people might complain about that if that's the case, but I don't care. Avengers Endgame, the culmination of the entire MCU so far. I'm thinking this is going to be one hell of an epic event of a film. I can't wait to see it. Bring on the tears, bring on the goosebumps, bring on the epicness. On the 17th of May is John Wick 3, or John Wick 3 Parabellum, whatever the hell it's called. The first two films are really awesome action films, great stunt work, awesome action work. So yeah, give me the third one. Keanu Reeves kicks ass in this role, and the way they set it up at the end of the second one, there could be some badass stuff going down in John Wick 3. It sounds really awesome, so I'm in. May 31st is going to see a lot of destruction, lots of destroyed buildings, lots of annihilated cities, Godzilla King of the Monsters. I enjoyed the first one. I haven't seen it in a while actually, but the last act of the first Godzilla was just epic. Like goosebumps, amazing destruction, some awesome moments. And it looks like in Godzilla 2 there's going to be more of that. More Godzilla, there's other monsters in there like a three-headed dragon or something. Yeah, gimme. If the entirety of Godzilla feels like the last third of the first Godzilla, this is going to be one hell of a thing to experience on the big screen. June 7th is X-Men Dark Phoenix, or I guess they're just calling it Dark Phoenix, no X-Men, I don't know why. Yeah, like I always say whenever a new X-Men film comes out, I'm looking forward to this film casually because I still haven't seen the original X-Men films. I know, I'm sorry. But the X-Men films that have been leading to this one, First Class, Days of Future Past, Apocalypse, I've enjoyed those films. But yeah, the trailer it just looks interesting. They're going to have to fight one of their own. You know, Jean Grey is going out of control with their powers, so they're going to have the conflict there with someone that they know. Like I said, I'm just casually looking forward to it. I have no inside baseball knowledge on the X-Men franchise or these characters. I've liked the previous films, I saw the trailer for this, it looks good, I'm looking forward to it, simple as that. This is another massive heavy hitter for me, Toy Story 4. How could I not look forward to this? I know some people are like a bit pessimistic about this because Toy Story 3 ended so perfectly, and I get it, Toy Story 3 had a perfect conclusion, and had they kept it as a trilogy, that would have been in the conversation for one of the greatest conclusions to a trilogy franchise of all time. It was incredible. But Pixar has not steered us wrong with the Toy Story films yet. They've made 3 Toy Story films, and all 3 of them, for me at least, have been all-time great animated films. And I have very little to no doubt that Toy Story 4 is going to be at least really good. I just can't see it, you know, crapping the bed and completely sucking. I just can't see it happening. And the way that Tom Hanks and Tim Allen have talked about the film and said that the ending was really emotional and they had difficulty getting through it, I can just feel the tears already. I just think this is going to be a really special film. I can't wait. It's another one of my heavy hitters. Top 3 most anticipated of 2019 is Toy Story 4. Cannot wait. On the 5th of July is another big heavy hitting film for me, Spider-Man Far From Home. I love Spider-Man Homecoming. It's still my favourite Spider-Man film. I love Tom Holland as Spider-Man. Can't wait to see his journey progress. It's the first film after Avengers Endgame, so it's going to be interesting to see how this film sets the stage for Phase 4 and beyond. Plus, Jake Gyllenhaal being in this film, number one, at all, is awesome. And the fact that he's playing Mysterio, a character who, from what I know and from what I've read up about him, sounds really cool, really interesting. When they first said a couple of weeks ago that Mysterio and Spider-Man are going to be teaming up, I was like, really? Do you really want to do that? But the more I thought about it, I was like, yeah, there's no way Mysterio is going to be the good guy throughout the entire film. He's going to be the big villain at the end. We just know. I think he's going to be playing Spider-Man. He's going to be playing Nick Fury just to get what he wants. They're not going to bring in Mysterio after all this time. People have been wanting Mysterio forever. They're not going to finally bring him in and have him be a good guy for the whole film. It's not going to happen. He's going to be the villain. But I can't wait. Plus, I'm looking forward to seeing Spider-Man going to different countries because he's going on summer vacation with his friends. And some people were complaining about that when they first said it, that Spider-Man's going to be in different countries. Like, oh, that's not who Spider-Man is. He's friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. He's in New York. I understand that, but I can't wait to see that because every single Spider-Man film so far has been set in New York City. So geographically and aesthetically, they've all been the same. And in Spider-Man Far From Home, he's going to be swinging around London, going past Big Ben and Tower Bridge. I can't wait to see it. Spider-Man swinging past Big Ben in my home country. I can't wait to see that stuff. And, you know, it's something new for a Spider-Man film. People always say they should do something new for franchise films. Now they're going to do something new. People complain about it. I can't wait. I'm really looking forward to Spider-Man Far From Home. It's one of my most anticipated films of the summer. Let's take a break from the big franchise blockbuster films now, because on the 26th of July is Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, the next film to be written and directed by Quentin Tarantino. That's all you need to know. I haven't even seen all of Tarantino's films yet. There's still 3 that I haven't seen: Jackie Brown, Reservoir Dogs, and Pulp Fiction, and I'm gonna watch those films before, I swear. Pulp Fiction's right there on DVD, waiting for me to watch it. But having seen all of Tarantino's other films, I'm a big fan of his. I love his directing style, I really enjoy his films, and this film itself, just the premise of it sounds awesome. Leonardo DiCaprio and Brad Pitt playing a Hollywood actor and a stuntman trying to make it big in Hollywood at the same time that the Manson murders are happening. It just sounds like a great Tarantino kind of premise. I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to hear that Tarantino dialogue again. Leonardo DiCaprio back on screen, one of my favourite actors. What's not to look forward to Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Hobbs Shaw, the Fast and Furious spin-off. I cannot wait to go into this film and just have a blast. Just kick back, drink some Pepsi or whatever, and just have a fun time. Because the last film, The Fate of the Furious, Dwayne Johnson and Jason Statham were 2 of the most fun aspects of that film, their chemistry. So when they said they're doing a spin-off of just those 2, I was like, sign me the hell up. I don't need to see anything else. Hobbs and Shaw, The Rock, Jason Statham, kicking people's asses, one-liners, fun, quips, unrealistic, stuff happening. I cannot wait to just have a blast with this film. I very rarely, if ever, put a horror film on my most anticipated video, but on the 6th of September next year, we've got It Chapter 2. The first It was a really big surprise for me. I really enjoyed that film a lot, and I'm looking forward to It Chapter 2 to see the story continue. Jessica Chastain's in there, James McAvoy's in there. I don't think I'm going to enjoy this one as much as the first one, because the first one was the 80s setting and the coming of age aspect. That's one of the reasons I love that film as much as I did. So I don't think It Chapter 2 is going to be as good in that aspect, but if they can even come close to the feeling of the first It, it's going to be a good time. I'm looking forward to it. October the 4th brings us a film that when they first announced it, I wasn't so sure about it, but the more information that's been revealed about it, the more excited I've been getting for it, and that's Joker, the Joaquin Phoenix Joker origin film. I officially can't wait for this film now because they got Joaquin Phoenix, a really good actor, on board to play the Joker. But the way they describe it being like an 80s mob film, a cautionary tale about a guy going crazy, he's being, conned off from society, so he's just going to get more crazy and just turn into a life of crime. It sounds great. It sounds like another great departure for the comic book genre, gritty, dark thriller film. And this Joker film sounds like something really new, and it sounds like it could be something really damn good. Now we go from something really dark to something really bright and colourful on November 22nd with Frozen 2. The first Frozen film I really enjoyed. I was expecting it to be way overhyped by the time I saw it, but it was a really enjoyable Disney animation and all laugh was awesome. So yeah, I'm just looking forward to the second one, hoping for some more good catchy songs, some great characters, and just more cool Disney awesomeness. They've been on a good streak recently with their animated films. Let's hope Frozen 2 continues that streak. And last but not least, and certainly not surprising, on the 20th of December is Star Wars Episode 9. The great thing about Episode 9 is, as of right now, I could not even venture a guess as to what's going to happen in this film. And that's why I really like The Last Jedi, because Rian Johnson flips the franchise on its head. Like the throne room scene, as of that scene, I was like, okay, all bets are off. I have no idea where this franchise is going now. I don't know where the characters are going, and that's why I can't wait for Episode 9, because I genuinely don't know where the franchise is going. A big, massive franchise film like this, and I have no idea what's going to happen. You just don't get that nowadays. You're like, oh yeah, the next film, I think that's going to happen. Even Avengers Endgame, where we have lots of theories about what's going to happen in that film, but with Episode 9, I don't even know where to start. Plus it's Star Wars as well. I mean, that's obviously the other reason why I'm looking forward to it, because it's Star Wars, and it's the final film in this new sequel trilogy, and I'm thinking it also could be another epic cinema experience in 2019. Can't wait for it. Can't wait to see where Rey goes, Kylo Ren, Star Wars Episode 9. What more do you need to say about it? So there you have it. Those are my most anticipated films of 2019. I obviously want to know, what are your most anticipated films of 2019? Top 5, top 10, top 15, whatever they are. Let me know in the comments below. And if you want to see more of my stuff, click on one of these, and I'll see you all next time.